Hello, and welcome to Spirit Among Us. Yesterday we covered the first part of Jesus' I am statement found in John chapter 11. We talked about how he is the resurrection. He proved that through raising Lazarus from the dead. He proved that through being raised from the dead himself, and he will prove that again when he raises us as his church. Now today we'll be taking a look at the second part of that statement, how he is the life. John chapter 11 verse 25. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. Jesus claims here that he is life, and he makes that claim right before raising Lazarus from the dead. Right after he makes this statement, he then goes ahead and proves it. He shows all the disciples, he shows Martha and everybody else that was gathered around, all the family and friends, that he is life. Now at this point, before any of that has happened, Martha has already lost hope in her brother. And it's hard to blame her really. She had never witnessed or heard of someone being raised from the dead. Or if she had, she assumed it was just some legend, most likely. So although she might have known the power that Jesus had, it must have been a pretty far out concept to think about him raising someone from the dead, as it would be today for us. So as a result of that, she had given up, and she didn't feel like anything else could be done. But Jesus saw things very differently. He knew that he had the ability to raise Lazarus, and he knew that that was exactly what he planned to do. Now I think that one of the things the disciples and Mary in this instance didn't always understand, or perhaps forgot at times, was the deity of Jesus. That he, while he was on this earth, he was both truly God and truly man at the same time. He was God and he was man. They didn't always understand that, or at least they didn't always demonstrate that they understood that. But he still made that claim. And when we understand that, we can understand why he is the life. John chapter 10 verses 27 through 30. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. I give them eternal life, and they will never perish, and no one will snatch them out of my hand. My Father, who has given them to me, is greater than all, and no one is able to snatch them out of the Father's hand. I and the Father are one. Here Jesus claims and reveals that he is not separated from the Father. On the contrary, they are one. Though they both serve different roles. The Father was in heaven and Jesus, the Son, was coming down to earth. They had different roles and different purposes, yet despite that, they are one. And in that moment, they were one. Now, if we think about the implications of this, we can understand why Jesus can make the claim that he is life. I mean, just think about creation. Jesus was with God. Jesus was God, and God created everything in the universe. The stars, the earth, the moon, the sun, the plants, the animals, everything we see was created by him. And when he created man, he breathed his life into us. If Jesus and the Father are one, then that life comes from Jesus as well. We are alive only because our God has given us life. So when we understand that Jesus was with the Father in the beginning of all creation, we can understand how he can make this claim. Nothing has life apart from him. Nothing has life without him. So raising Lazarus from the dead, that was no problem. Raising himself from the dead, that was no problem. And raising his church on the last day will also be no problem. So this is good news for us, because this is confirmation that our hope is secure in Jesus. No one can snatch us out of his hand. No one can take us from him, and no one can take away the life he has given us, because Jesus, he himself, is life. Thank you for watching, and God bless.